Welcome to Paris 2024 and welcome to the Porte de la Chapelle Arena for the Powerlifting and the women's up to 45 kilo and men's up to 54 kilo sessions. Well, here it is, the stage set for us in France's capital city, in the 18th arrondissement, home to the promontory Montmartre, and it's akin to the heights that the women of the up to 45 kilo competition are looking to reach, with some big lifts that in this discipline are up to and beyond 3 times the body weights of the competitors. Para-powerlifting is one of the fastest growing Paralympic sports in terms of participation, and now is practiced by in excess of 100 countries. We will see 180 athletes across the 5 days of competition here, and for the women up to 45 kilos, there are a number of talented individuals. Kabil Tursineh of Kazakhstan is here for her first Paralympic Games, the youngest at age 25, and Guo Lingling, the world record holder, is in there from China. And they wait patiently, ready for the athletes to emerge. And there, confirmation of Guo Lingling, who we will be seeing today with the world record. Hu Dan Dan, that Paralympic record looks in grave danger given the form that her fellow countrywoman has been in 2024. Well, France is very much the home of para-powerlifting in the modern sense that it is only the bench press that is the movement in para-powerlifting, and it's the country which is credited with inventing the form of powerlifting. George Hackenschmidt in the 1890s, the man to have first come up with it. France's and the world's first professional wrestling heavyweight champion, if you'll believe. Today will be a tussle with some of the very best in the world. Well, the coup de baton has been a great tradition that has rung around the arenas of the Olympics and Paralympics. It is a tradition that harks back to the Grand Theatre days of Paris. Three strikes of the baton calls to attention the performance to come, and by its very nature, it will be a heavyweight one. We are ready to commence. My name is Joe Burns. Alongside me for this medal contest is Pete Selby.
Yes, thanks, Joe. It's going to be a fascinating contest with Guo Lingling, as you mentioned, the world record holder, taking part in the up to 45 kilogram category. Well, she's the Paralympic champion when it comes to up to 41, but up in weight here. 3 referees, Shai bin Mohammed, Zin Al Zubi, Yana Akra. First athlete making their way to the stage will be Laura Maciel from Argentina to start this session. Reminder of those Paralympic records, Xu Dan, 108 kilograms and 121. Guo Ling will be 81 kilograms for the first lift. 28 years old. Argentina was competing with a best lift of 80 kilograms at the World Championships last year. And the athletes being strapped down onto the powerlifting bench. So goes by the motto, he who quits never wins. Well, she's underneath a bar with 81 kilograms on. 3 referees, one either side and one just behind the chief referee, which will give the order to start, and then also to rack. These 2 other 3 referees to give a good lift. So a round of applause from the crowd. We await the decision of our first lift. The referee's just taking their time. They're going to go for the paddles. And we've got 3 raised white flags. So it's a perfect lift to start with. 3 white flags for Lourdes Maciel. And what a way to start the competition with a perfect first lift. Maciel with that 81 kilograms. Very smooth, down to the chest, pause, and then extending those elbows simultaneously. Very smooth first lift. And we are underway in the women's up to 45 kilogram category.
Well, no sooner has the bar been returned than it's time to welcome our next athletes. Samira Guerrilla of Algeria. Her name announced, so now she has 2 minutes with which to make it to the bench, set herself and begin her lift. Her 3rd time at the Paralympic Games, and she's getting ever closer. 6th in Rio de Janeiro in 2016, an agonizing 4th place finish in Tokyo 3 years ago. On that occasion, her best lift was 90 kilos. Today, her first attempt will be 85 with coach Mohamed Salabanata alongside her, assisting. And as you can see there, using some of the apparatus available for these athletes with impairments. Securing herself with the straps, and that buzzer tells her that there's 60 seconds remaining for her to make the lift. There is the option to use your coach to help bring the bar up, but she will go it alone. Chief referee overseeing the whole movements. Start and rack, bookending, a down sequence, a stop sequence, and a press sequence. And as some of the technical difficulties continue, the flags are raised once more, and the good news is for Samira Guerrilla that they're all white. 3 white flags. A nice, clean lift, and 85 kilos conquered by the Algerian in her opening attempt. Contacts with the chest. A pause long enough to satisfy the referees, and then the press with both arms extending and elbows locking out simultaneously.
Sakina Khatoon from India, who is 35 years old and competed at Tokyo, but that was in the up to 50 kilogram category, so down a weight here, finished 5th on that occasion. Similar position in recent World Championships as well. Former para swimmer. Wasn't selected for the Commonwealth Games in Delhi. That was back in 2010, so switched to powerlifting. Her coach suggested it might be a good move. Met her coach, and well, it's been powerlifting all the way since then. Since not being selected for those games, went on actually finished 5th in Birmingham 2022, so it was a very good move. Here she is in her 2nd Paralympic Games. 86 kilograms on the bar for Sakina's first lift.
Start.
Huge roar from Sakina, and a good lift. 2 of the 3 referees said it was a good lift. 1 no lift due to the press. But if you get 2 out of 3, that's fine when it comes to powerlifting. And competition underway for Sakina Khatoon with a good lift. And she'll look to go a lot heavier than that 86. She moves to the top of the table at this very early stage. Grab of the ear by the coach. Well, we all heard the roar from Khatoon. And so far in this competition, we are 3 from 3.
Time for our 4th athletes, and it is Justyna Kozryk from Poland, heading in for her 5th Paralympic Games. An extraordinary achievement in itself, a bronze medalist last time out in Tokyo. How she'd love to match the silver that she achieved in 2008 in Beijing. And the smile tells you everything. No white lights required to know that that was a perfect lift from the pole, and she gets things off and underway in strong fashion there. 95 kilos. She lifted 101 as she flew to bronze in Tokyo. Not quite lift off yet, but a pretty good takeoff.
Comes the youngest athlete in this weight category. Kuzne Kabil, Kazakhstan. She's 24 years old. First Paralympic Games. 7th in the World Championships a year ago in the up to 41 category. Only 24, but he's been lifting for just over 9 years. 95 kilograms on the bar.
Start. Right.
And that will be a no lift for Kabil. Press sequence from all three of the referee, also a stop sequence as well, so quite go to plan there for Tersnay, but get another attempt at 95, being round 2. Try and rectify the issues there. Wasn't right from the start really for Tersnay. Fell in to lock out the elbows. And also from one referee on the stop sequence on her chest. So she'll wait until round 2 to have another go.
Wafa El Azab of Morocco, who hails from the wonderful Casablanca, steps out with a determined face. The 40-year-old who came 6th at the World Championships in Dubai last year. But this is a big moment. It's her Paralympic bout. Keen swimmer as well. And a fierce competitor, citing herself as her biggest rival. She's looking to shift a ton here on her first attempt. 100 kilos on the bar.
Start. Right.
And it is job done at a ton for the Moroccan athlete. A fabulous starting lift and a great way to kick off not just her Paralympic campaign, but her career. The first time on the grand stage here in Paris and a successful opening lift. Three white lights, as good as it gets. No complaints from any of our 3 referees.
Here comes Zoe Newson of Great Britain. 2-time Paralympic bronze medalist from London and from Rio. Rio in this category, up to 45. World Championship silver and bronze as well. Commonwealth Games champion, European champion. Roll of honour goes on and on for the now 32-year-old from the east of England. 102 is Zoe's opening lift.
Start. Right.
Good lift for Zoe. She's quickly up. She knew that was a good lift. And looks eager to get backstage and get ready for her second lift. 102, picking out people in the crowd. The Union flags being waved in the crowd. And so is competition off to the best start. Not only a lift, but a perfect lift as well. 102 kilograms, so straight to the top of the list with only 2 more to lift in the first round.
And now for Turkey and Nazimye Muratli, and this woman could pose the most serious threat to Guo Lingling. If you're looking back to the World Cup from earlier this year in Tbilisi, they didn't face each other because Muratli was in the higher weight category of up to 50 kilos. She finished 4th there, recorded a lift of 112 kilos, which eclipses the current Paralympic record in this weight classification. So we've got some real quality here, and it should be interesting to see what the 45-year-old from Konya can do. She won gold in Rio, gold in London in the up to 40 kilo category. Didn't manage to achieve such feats in Tokyo.
Start. Right.
But as you can see, she's come with purpose in Paris. 3 white lights, little hesitation from the referees. But clearly from her response, she feels there's work to be done, more to improve, but a nice, steady 104 to take the first position in the opening round with just the Republic of China's Guo Lingling to come. Those 3 referees checking that sequence down, the stop, which must make contact with the chest and pause for a sufficient amount of time. And then on the press up, the bar can stutter, it can be uneven, but the main thing is the elbows must lock out simultaneously. That signifies a good lift.
One more athlete to lift in the first round of 3 here. As we have any power lifts, but we'll come to that later on in the competition. Now we're going for a Paralympic record here already in round 1. Guo Lingling of the People's Republic of China, Paralympic champion from Tokyo in the up to 41 kilogram category. Former world champion again at that weight, but when it comes to up to 45, she's not only the world champion but 3-time world champion as well. A Paralympic record attempt in round 1, and also by a full 5 kilograms, 108 in Hudandan. Set in Rio in 2016, but we're going for 113 here in round 1. So this will set a new Paralympic record if successful. Also, Lingling will be clear at the top of the table, and by a distance as well. 113 kilograms, round 1 for a new Paralympic record. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights. And how about that? A new Paralympic record. And we are only in round 1 with the first lift of the competition. Guoling Ling has lifted 113 kilograms. So a new Paralympic record, but what will the Paralympic record be when we're finished in this weight category? It could be an awful lot more than 113, but that was something special in round 1. Not only in terms of a gold medal, we'll wait and see whether that lift might actually be good enough, but that's maybe getting just ahead of ourselves. But after round 1, a new Paralympic record from Guoling Ling. You see there, it's a 9 kilograms clear of the chasing pack. Guoling Ling out in front, but behind, it's wide open for the medals.
There'll be a little pause between the rounds of attempts. We've got our leaderboard established, and now it is time for round 2. You can see the clock has started ticking as we await the arrival of the 28-year-old Argentinian Lourdes Maciel. ...81 kilos achieved. First outing, which is a strong start for her. She lifted 80 when she finished 13 at the World Championships last year in Dubai. And her most recent big major global competition action, arguably in Santiago, for the Pan American Games that were held last November. 78 kilos was her effort then. So already she's made her mark. Can she add a couple more kilos to her score? It is the best lift of 3. Remember, not cumulative with all 3 lifts. 83 kilos on the bar.
Start. Right.
Well, the arena, and well, me included, had to wait for confirmation. And I think as well, Lourdes didn't come up with the 3 white lights in the arena, but clearly the referees liked what they saw. And that is 2 very clean, very successful lifts. Good down, good stop, good press. And Maciel released the plaudits and a kiss on the cheek for her second successful lift.
Sakina Khatoon back on stage, this time with 90 kilograms ahead of her, 86. With a good lift in round 1. Lifted 93 when finishing 5th in the up to 50 in Tokyo. So 90 kilograms, we know she can lift. Lifted 95 in the recent World Championships last year in Dubai. 90 kilograms. Huge applause from the crowd. It's no lift, unfortunately, due to the press from one referee. Body position as well. Slightly raised from the bench itself. The huge effort given by Sakina Khatun, who will come back for another attempt. See once again lifting up her back actually when lifting. Given a no lift in round 2.
The Algerian athletes is up next, Samira Guerrier, who successfully shifted 85 kilos in her first attempt. She's positioned in 7th at the moment. Now she is throwing a whole 6 kilos more on the bar. And it'd be a lift that would take her to 6th position, replacing Sakina Khatun of India, who we've just seen fell in her 2nd attempt. Began powerlifting back in 2010. And here she is at her 3rd Paralympic Games. Yet to claim a medal. She came as close as you can in Tokyo with that 4th place finish, a 90 kilo lift. If successful here, she'll eclipse that in terms of weight, and it will throw her into higher contention for that much lust for medal. 30 seconds with which to make the lift. Coach seems happy, but sadly, 2 red flags means that it is a no lift. The stop sequence and the press sequence, 2 rivaling referees unhappy with. So it's back to the drawing board, and it'll be back to the bench seeking a 3rd lift for the Algerian, who stays in 7th.
Tursane Kabil, 2nd attempt at 95 kilograms. Four-year-old silver medalist from the Asian Para Games a couple of years back, 87 lifted there, but with the Paralympic Games, well, 95 is her opening weight. Didn't go to plan at all in round 1. So it might just take a little bit more time here. Determined walkouts to the bench. 95 kilograms for the 2nd attempt. And given a good lift. So 95 kilograms, it all went wrong in round 1. She never looked comfortable at all on the bench, and there was a good shake of the head and quickly went off stage as if to say, oh, we'll correct that in round 2. And that's exactly what's happened 95 kilograms, excellent lift. 3 white lights from the referees. And 1 more lift to go. For Tusney Kabil, the youngest of the competitors here.
Justina Grosrik comes out all smiles. He was training out of Start Radom over in Poland. Seasoned global competitor, seasoned Paralympian, looking for another medal. First lift went well. This is a step up, 6 kilos more at 101. And 6 kilos that she was more than a match for. Good lift, 3 white lights. And the body language just tells you everything. She is feeling great. She is feeling so positive about what she can do out there. And right now, she's in 4th position. And she is only a kilo behind Zoe Newson in 3rd, who still does have her 2nd attempt to come.
Wafay El-Azab of Morocco. Out with 105 kilograms on the bar, 100 kilograms lifted in round 1. Which was an excellent opening round lift. 6th in the recent World Championships, lifted 94 there, so 105 here. Refers to her as Princess. Well, she'll be the queen of the competition. 100 kilograms in round 1, 105 here in round 2. Slowly rising, slowly rising. But a no lift. And the press sequence from 2 of the 3 referees. So it will be the 3rd round then at 105 at the moment for El-Azab. The bar was rising all the time. 2 of the 3 referees saying no on the press. Just the left elbow straightening before the right.
Zoe Newson steps out for her 2nd lift attempt, but due to El-Azab failing on that 105, it means that Newson is still in the bronze medal position. She is attempting 106 kilos here. This is her 4th Paralympics, having made her debut in London in 2012, age just 20. I feel there's a lot of good years lifting in her to come, but also just a fabulous amount of experience behind her as well. Experience that includes 2 bronze medals, 1 in London on that debut and 1 in Rio. Can she add to the haul here in Paris? Currently sat in 3rd. attempting 106 on her second lift.
Start. Right.
Good girl. The call from her coach. But most importantly, 3 white lights. Bounds off. Acknowledges the fan base. It's not a long hop across the channel from Britain. And Zoe Newson rewarding that support with a 106 lift that sees her leap into the silver medal position, with Muratli of Turkey to come.
As Mia Muratli would have seen, Zoe Newsom has just done 107 in round 2, 104 lifted successfully in round 1. The two-time former Paralympic champion. .7 kilograms. To go back above Zoe Newsom. The crowd like it, and the referees like it as well. Muratli celebrates and moves back into second place above Zoe Newsom after 2 lifts. By just 1 kilogram, 107 plays 106. Excellent lift from Nazmi Muratli, who looks set for another medal. Depending on what Guo can do in this next one, it might well be just a battle for silver and bronze.
More weights hurriedly being applied to the bar because Guo Lingling is on her way, fresh from obliterating the Paralympic record with her first lift. She is now up the ante by another 5, and she has her own world record of 121 kilos in her sights. Just to put into perspective the capabilities of this woman, she also holds the world record of the weight class below, which is 123 kilos, which is, well, it's more than this in the high weight category. So who knows how far we can go here in this session. 118 is the target for now. The defending Paralympic champion, who's already bested her gold medal clinching lift from Tokyo by 5 kilos in her first lift. She adds another 5 on, and 118 is the target.
Start.
And 118 has been bossed. Mighty Guo Lingling is owning the bench out there at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. 2 Paralympic record-breaking lifts. Claimed it with the first, smashed her own with the second. And the look of a woman who you feel has so much more to come in this competition.
Well, that was stunning. And the question straight away on everybody's minds is how much can she lift in this session? Is that world record in threat? Well, I think it is. Our own world record, of course, and the gold medal may well be secured. So records are falling already, and we could have plenty more to come towards the end of the third round of lifts. Groh leads 118. There's only a kilogram between Muratli and Newsom for silver and bronze. And 5 kilograms further back are the chasing pack. So into the final round of lifts in the women's up to 45 kilogram category, which has been a bit of a thriller already. And what does this third round have in store? Well, 86 kilograms to start off with. What is Martial? Two good lifts already with 81 and 83. Further 3 added here, so 86. Been lifting for 7 years, and the aim was to compete here in Paris. Well, she's completed that aim, and at the moment is 2 from 2 with her lifts. What a fantastic debut at the Paralympics it would be. Well, so he can go 3 from 3 with this third round lift of 86 kilograms. Give it the nod that she's ready.
Start.
Slowly lifting. Well, the referee says rack the bar, so it will be a no lift. On the press sequence from all 3 of the referees, and 1 with the stop sequence. So 2 out of 3 is not bad at all for a Paralympic debut. 83 kilograms in round 2 for Lourdes Marcial from Argentina. And gets a thoroughly deserved round of applause from this crowd. We've appreciated the efforts of every single attempt so far from every single powerlifter. As we move on in round 3.
Some adjustments made to the bar for the arrival of the Algerian athlete Samira Guerrero. The 40-year-old from Constantine, which is just up in the northeastern parts of the country, up towards the northern coastline. Was successful with her first lift of 85 kilos, up the ante to 91. Came up just short in her second lift. She'll be hoping that on this third and final attempt that she can make it count. The competition much stiffer here in Paris than it was in Tokyo. When you look at the weights recorded, she was 4th there with a lift of 90 kilos. 4th is certainly out of sight for her here in Paris, but she successfully executes this lift. It will beat her record from Tokyo, her personal record. And she'll be able to say that she lifted 91 kilos at a Paralympic Games. but only one judge agrees that that was a good lift. I think the issue with the other two was on the pull, on the stop part of the sequence. And maybe we might get a challenge here. Made contact with the chest. I wonder, was the stop long enough? So it's the stop in the stop sequence that is under scrutiny. So they've gone to a lift challenge where all three of the jury must agree. But sadly, as you could hear from the reception in the Porte de la Chapelle, the lift challenge is unsuccessful. So the third lift doesn't count, and Samira Guerrero will settle for 85 kilos from her first attempt.
Bar adjusted for Sakina Khatoon. Once that introduction is made, then the athlete has the 2 minutes to get to the bench, get comfortable, straps applied if needed, and then start the lift. So 86 kilograms lifted in round one. Failed with 90 kilograms in round two, and we've got an extra couple put on here, 92 kilograms. Fifth place in Tokyo, sixth in the World Championships, and at the moment, a similar position here, currently in seventh place, 92 kilograms for the 35-year-old Bajrat in India. And now will be no lift, unfortunately, for Sakina Khatoon. Press sequence from all three. It's fairly obvious what was the issue with the lift, but Sakina Khatoon, disappointment was short-lived. A little shake of the head, but a smile and a wave to the crowd. And it will be a first round lift of the 86 that'll go down as her lift here in Paris. And Sakina Khatoon will remain in seventh place. We have 6 more third round lifts to come. And who knows, maybe 1 or 2 more depending on records possible later.
Tessene Kabil is revving herself up for lift number 3, the one that takes her into triple figures. Unsuccessful with her first attempt. She righted the wrong in the second with a 95 kilo lift. This 6 kilos more on the bar at her first Paralympics, her last chance to make a mark. And this is a sport that means an immense amount to her sport, or the desire to compete, let's just say. Born in her blood. She tried everything as a youngster: gymnastics, karate, boxing, martial arts. She almost gave up until powerlifting arrived on the scene. And in her first year, she won the championship in Kazakhstan. Can she add a 101 accolade here in Paris.
Start. Right.
One lift too far for the youngster from Kazakhstan. She's given a huge amount of heart, the 24-year-old, and you just know that this won't be the last time that we see her at a Paralympic Games. Someone who took up the sport so late, and he's here at the big dance so young. She can be immensely proud. And she'll forever be a Paralympian. Or what may have been. She felt she had it in her. But that is the last we'll see of the young woman from Kazakhstan.
Wafay Al-Azab has a lift of 100 from round one, and this will be a second attempt at 105 in round three. And if successful, a 105 will leapfrog Al-Azab into fourth place. From currently in fifth. Coach Aziz Remy applies the straps. So will improve on her World Championship 6th place last year here at the Paralympic Games. Can she move into 4th place? Second attempt at 105, but this is round 3. Told to rack by the chief referee, so it will be. Just waiting for official confirmation, and there it is. No lift from the press sequence, and it will be the first round lift of 100 kilograms. Al-Azab, who takes the applause of the crowd here in Paris. So 5th place in her first Paralympic Games, that first round lift again of 100 kilograms. Her only lift of the competition. Disappointed. And then the thumbs up to the crowd. That's what a crowd can do for an athlete after a good lift, or indeed after a bad lift.
Right, things are getting interesting in 4th position for Poland's Justyna Koźrik, who has Great Britain's Zoe Newson in her sights, who currently populates the bronze medal position. Now, the Brit has lifted 106. Justyna has gone 95-101 without problems. She is targeting 107 in a bid to leapfrog the Brit and maybe bag herself a bronze. But sadly, it is one lift too far. But it's never one smile too far from this athlete. Competes with great joy, doesn't she? And I think it's fair to say that the Port de la Chapelle Arena has a bit of a favourite out there. Justyna Koźrik bows out under a bar weighing 107 kilos. Just a little too much. and she will have to settle for 4th position.
More weight being added on to the bar. We have 3 lifts to go in round 3. Yasmin Moratli will be next. And the question now is, who's going to win silver? She had there 108 kilograms is on the bar. Now, Moratli is currently in the silver medal position with 107 in round 2. Zoe Newsome lifted 106 kilograms in round 2. So Moratli up to 108 here. And if successful, Newsome will have to go to 109, but if unsuccessful, then Newsome knows exactly what she has to beat. So to add essentially an extra kilogram to Newsome's attempt of a silver medal, here's Moratli at 108. Looked very assured on the bench, just waiting for confirmation, and a good lift. Oh, wonderful celebration, not yet from Moratli, but from her coach. Well, he's just done a cartwheel. Get him over to the gymnastics. Superb performance, 108 kilograms. Perfect 3 from 3. And a wonderful applause, wonderful celebration. She's absolutely delighted, Moratli. Well, her coach is Mushin Moratli, her husband. It was a superb lift, very smooth. The crowd knew as well. The reaction of the crowd said everything. I don't think they're expecting a cartwheel from the coach. And he's added an extra kilogram to Zoe Newsome's attempt. I tell you, he's done well. He's done well to land that.
Well, Moratli has set the standard. She has told Zoe Newsome what she needs to do. Now, Zoe Newsome had previously put in for 108, but she is now changed to 109 to try and take this silver. That's her prerogative as the woman lifting afterwards. That is the positive. That is something that you can use to your advantage. 109, Zoe Newsome, silver on the line. Moratli watches on. Come on, the call, but 2 red lights, and it is joy for Moratli. It is the woman from Turkey who seals silver. Zoe Newsome will settle for bronze. So close, 2 red lights. Two referees not satisfied with the press sequence of the lift. But that is one happy woman, although there's a lift challenge. And it's successful. A successful lift challenge, extraordinary. So Zoe Newson's effort of 109 will stand. And Zoe Newson's won silver. I'm not sure how much hope she held out for that challenge. It seemed like a bit of an afterthought. Her face more one of disbelief when the announcement came through, but now sheer ecstasy. Silver for Newson, bronze for Muratli, and now is it a world record for Guo Lingling?
So the medals have been sorted out here. Muratli with the bronze, super silver for Zoe Newson, and the gold will go to Guo Lingling. But we are talking records here. Now, Paralympic records have fallen in round 1 and also in round 2. But here comes Guo Lingling, the Paralympic champion, at up to 41, and the new Paralympic champion up to 45. Now, she's got the world record set in Dubai at the World Cup event there in February with 121. Here we are with 122 kilograms, a world record attempt from our gold medalist, Guo Lingling. A 35-year-old from the People's Republic of China, looking to break her own world record. Cap off what's been an awesome display of powerlifting here in Paris. 122 kilograms, a world record attempt. Crowd like it, and the referees like it as well. A new world record, 122 kilograms. Guo Lingling has not only won the Paralympic title here in the women's up to 45 kilogram category, she's broken Paralympic records in round 1, in 2, and then a world record in round 3. Simply outstanding. Guo Lingling, Paralympic champion, and has done it in style. A new world record. And that's the face of a champion. Destroyed the field here for the gold medal, but that's an amazing performance. Well, that's the world record.
Well, the reason that no one has left their seats is because despite those results being confirmed, because there won't be any changes now in the ordering, Guo Lingling is currently into a minute consultation period of whether she wants to go again, whether she wants a power lift to try and break her own record that she's just set on the third lift there of 122 kilos. It's bronze for Muratli. It is a sensational silver for Newson. of Great Britain, who challenged her final lift. But Ling Ling, gold is assured, and by the looks of those cookies going on the bar, Guo Ling Ling wants to smash her own record within 4 minutes of setting it initially. When you go for a power lift, if you are the last lifter to lift, you then have 3 minutes to take to the stage after your name is announced, to give you that added bit of time to recover. Well, the answer is yes from Guo Ling Ling in terms of having a crack at breaking her own record, and this is a weight that she has hit. This is to match her own world record in the weights class below. So she does have a 1-2-3 in her. Does she have a 1-2-3 in her at a Paralympic Games? She takes some of that additional minute to compose herself. And this is some lap of honor that she is about to embark on. The music matching the mood of the Porte de la Chapelle. Lift 1, Paralympic record. Lift 2, Paralympic record extension. Lift 3, world record claimed. Can she do it again on this fourth, this final, this power lift? To lift 123 kilos for the first time of any human in this weight class. Doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It looks all-time. Peerless, imperious. The best woman on the planet ever. Guo Ling Ling, your gold medalist, your two-time Paralympic record breaker, your new world record holder, having beaten it once and then extended in her fourth and final power lift. A quite remarkable performance.
Well, I think the second world record lift was actually a better lift, obviously, than the prior one. Now, I know it was an extra kilogram, but it was smoother. It was, you get the impression that she can go a lot further than that as well. 123 lifted. Now, if we had a power lift, who knows what weight that Guo Ling Ling can lift. But for now, 123 for a gold medal and setting 2 world records in doing so. Quite remarkable.
messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de cette épreuve de para-powerlifting.
The medal ceremony for the women's up to 45 kilo final of the para-powerlifting at Paris 2024. Ready to commence with our three for the podium.
De World Parasports.
The medals will be presented by Deputy Director of World Parasports.
Deputy Director of World Parasports is in the arena as part of the medal ceremony party, as well as the WPPA technical delegates as well. Joyous scenes from Nazmiye Muratli as she completed her third and final lift of 108 kilos at one point, looked to have secured silver. But it wasn't to be. But it will be a proud bronze. Bronze medalist in the para-powerlifting for Turkey, Nazmiye Muratli. And then there is Zoe Newson of Great Britain, her fourth Paralympic Games and her highest ever finish. It was incredible drama at the death as her final lift of 109 kilos was initially deemed no lift with 2 red flags. It went to a lift challenge, it went to the jury, and in dramatic scenes they deemed her challenge successful, and Zoe Newson claims silver in Paris for Great Britain.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China,
And then there's our gold medalist. Then there's Guo Ling Ling. Simply without peer. A record-breaking run in every sense of the expression. Broke the Paralympic record with her first lift, extended it in the second, claimed a new world record in the third, and then the coup de grace. She extended her own world record with a fourth and final power lift. Imperious and solid gold, China's Guo Ling Ling.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Three incredible athletes. Bronze for Nazmiye Muratli, silver for Zoe Newson, and gold for Guo Lingling. In the women's up to 45 kilo para-powerlifting final at Paris 2024. What can you say about Guo Lingling? Just a performance that defied belief, really.
To break a Paralympic record is something special. To do it in round 1, to better it in round 2, and then to break the world record twice. It was a stunning performance. We've won the gold medal with first round lift. Simply amazing. To use all the effort, strength, and emotion to break the world record, and then to compose herself and break it again only 3 minutes later. Something truly outstanding, and a performance that everyone in the Chateau Arena will go away and tell the world that they were there and they witnessed Guo Lingling going bigger than anyone else in the world in this weight category in the history of para-powerlifting.
The athletes being introduced to the men's up to 45 kilo category final at the para-powerlifting at Paris 2024. The big roar you just heard was Axel Bourlan, the French hope, here in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. Young Jinglang of the People's Republic of China, looking to follow in the footsteps of Guo Lingling, who just claimed gold moments ago. Mohamed Al-Shneti of Jordan, the next to be introduced. Muslim Al-Sudani as well, and David Jekcherev of Kazakhstan. And last but not least, Pablo Ramirez Barrientos of Cuba. This is the men's up to 54 kilo category final of the Powerlifting at Paris 2024. Welcome to the men's up to 54 kilogram para powerlifting final at Paris 2024. A talented pack with nations from across the globe in a sport that attracts the interests of over 100 different nations, with records held at Paralympian level by Nigerian Ezeruki and Sharif Osman of Egypt, the current world record holder of 205 kilos, set back in 2014. Long-standing records, but if anything about our time in the Porte de la Chapelle here at this Paralympics has told us, is that records are there to not just be broken, but obliterated when it comes to being beneath the bar on the bench. A high increase in density of tricolores, with Alex Bourlan set to take to the stage in this competition that is only bench press and is one of the fastest growing sports in terms of participation in para sports anywhere in the world. 180 athletes split across 20 disciplines themselves, split equally between both male and female, will compete across Paris 2024. And here we have the first of them.
First athlete is Ceyhun Mammadov, Azerbaijan, 32 years old. Competed in the World Championships last year and lifted 153. He's got 158 as his opening lift here. Strong man. Idolises another strong man, Iron Mike Tyson. Coach just checking the bar. Nasser Hajiev. So opening round lift then of the men's up to 54 kilogram category. Ceyhun Mammadov below 158 kilograms.
Start. Right.
No lift, and it was the press sequence by all three referees. On his left side, his left elbow slightly out of sync with his right. Fairly smooth on the way down. Also the pause, the stop section. But then his left elbow just out of sync on the press. And Mammadov will be back with another attempt.
Guess who is coming out next? Few prizes, that it is Alex Bourlan. Roared on by a passionate home crowd in the Porte de la Chapelle arena. 33-year-old from Rouen, a silver medalist at the Tokyo Olympics in Japan 3 years ago with a best lift of 165 kilos. And he will start here in his home country on 163. I wonder how many more kilos can be roared from Alex Bourlan here in Paris by this tricolore-clad stadium, Porte de la Chapelle. He's been honest. He said that his ambition is not just to win a medal, but to win gold here. He wants another medal, but he wants to go one better than Tokyo. Lifting out of Handy Sport Roanne. And taking his time to bring peace and settle himself. You have 2 minutes from when your name is called to begin your lift, and that includes this period of settling in on the bench and being strapped into place. And here is his first lift.
Start. Go!
Chief referee calls rack. Roland awaits the verdict. And a couple of technical difficulties mean that it will be flag-based, and 2 red flags go up. So it is a no lift for the French favourite. For those new to para-powerlifting, there are 3 referees out there. There is the chief referee at the head of the bench, and then 2 side referees. They all vote either whites or reds as to the validity of the lift. White is good, red is no lift. And consensus is the majority, and that's what stands. On that occasion, 2 of the referees raising their red flags. And interestingly enough, they have to look down when they do so, so that they're not influenced by one another. Usually, it's done electronically, but in lieu of the system, they raise the flags, and I wonder if there's a lift challenge that is being made here.
Can you, okay, I'll take the card, you can go there.
Couple of technical gremlins in the system here at the Porte de la Chapelle. We have seen the flags out already, and usually at this stage, the coach will head over to that console and he'll immediately input the next weight that his athlete will attempt to lift in the next round. So, confirmation that a lift challenge has been submitted. It will go to a 3-person jury who will assess the video evidence, and all 3 must agree with one another for the call to be overturned. The challenge is unsuccessful. You would think, looking at some of the replays that we got, that it was in the press sequence that it is a lift challenge that has not gone the way of Alex Borland, and it has been a longer wait now for the next competitor, who is Egypt's Taha Abdelmajid.
$165 kilograms on the bar for Taha Abdelmajid. Bronze medalist from back in London. 4th place in Tokyo. Lifted 165 actually in London to win that bronze medal, but 164 for 4th in Tokyo. Former 2-time World Championship bronze medalist, the Egyptian Leopard. Taha steadies himself for his first round lift. .37 now. and a medal-laden career behind him. Medals are still to win, certainly, in his career. First round lift of 165 kilograms.
Start.
And a good lift. It's all three white lights. All three judges like it. A huge slap to the bench. Taha Abdul-Majid. What a fantastic way to start your competition with a perfect 3 from 3 from the officials. Powerful man. It was a very controlled first part of the lift. And when it came to the press, equally as controlled. Both elbows locking out at the same time and liked by all crowd, referees and athletes.
And so the weight of the bar increases even more. 166 kilos for the 41-year-old Greek lifter Dimitrios Bakokristos, who hails from a quite wondrous spot in Greece, Preveza, the northern peninsula, the mouth of the Ambracian Gulf. He got a bronze in 2016 in Rio with a lift of 162, a bronze in Tokyo 3 years ago with a lift of 165. This lift right here, right now, on his first attempt, will eclipse all that has gone before in Paralympic terms. A marker ready to be laid down by Dimitrios Bakokristos.
Start. Rack.
Back on the bench and back producing good lifts. He had a couple of health issues in around this time last year, and it forced him to take 8 months away from the sport. But he's back and he is clearly as good, if not better than ever. A big 166 to open his lifting account at Paris 2024.
More weights being added to the bar. Officials making sure everything is in place for our next athletes. Nguyen An of Vietnam. First major championships. Age 38. Taking in all the sights and sounds, but we're going to get down to business now, and it's 168 on the bar. 4 more lifters in round 1 to come. So 158, 68 here on the bar. From Gwenan, who Major Championships debut. This is a awful lot of weight for a first round lift.
Start. Hey.
No lift, unfortunately, and a grimace and a hold of the left elbow is not a great sign for lifts 2 and 3. It's a very heavyweight, 168. Stretching out and also just rotating his left arm. I'd like to see that at all. So Gwenan will go back and think about the second round. Fingers crossed that everything's okay with his left arm. Four to go in round 1. There's the grimace. Holding the left elbow. We'll find out later.
Mohammed Al-Shnaiti of Jordan, the 22-year-old from Amman, comes out for his first ever Paralympics. And I think you can say by the smile on his face, he's very, very pleased to be here. He set himself a goal of being here. He finished 6th at the World Championships last year in Dubai with a lift of 166. And, well, talk about growth. He's thrown on an additional 7 kegs onto the bar for his opening lift here. He cites his hero as fellow Jordanian Omar Karada as his hero. Not a bad man to try and emulate the Paralympic gold medalists in the weight class below. Issa Hilal, his coach, assisting him with the bar. And with 2 white lights, it is a good lift. First Paralympics, first lift, Mohammed Al-Shnaiti does a good job, and he's proud to be Jordanian too. Points to the flag. And I hope as well he's pointing to himself, because that was a fabulous first lift. And he sets the tone with 173. He goes to the top of the standings in round 1.
Yang Jinglan of the People's Republic of China, 34 years old. First round attempt of 173 kilograms. The 2-time silver medalist in the World Championships, lifted 179 when winning silver a year ago in Dubai. In 2022, lifted 185. Just give you an indication of where Yang Jinglan can go to when finishing 2nd in a Asian Para Games. Very, very strong competition. He's been lifting now internationally for 7 years for the People's Republic of China. Paralympic debut. Yang Jinglan 173, round one.
Start.
Very smooth lift. And gets 3 white lights. It looked good. Locking out the elbows exactly at the same time. Lovely pause as well. And Zhang Ying Lang with a huge appreciative smile, not only of the referees, no surprise when you get 3 white lights, but also to this Paris crowd as well. Great way to start the competition. 173 is on the board in a category. The men's up to 54 kilograms as we get towards the end of round one. That, on the outset, looked pretty open for the medals, and is proving to be so as well in round one.
Some big lifts and some big work for the team servicing the bar to get through. And we're now turning our attentions to Muslim Al-Sudani, 22-year-old from Iraq, who is very much a powerlifter on the rise. He was part of the gold medal winning Iraqi team in 2023 at the World Championships in Dubai. He got an individual 6th there with a maximum lift of 166. And here right now, he's attempting 178 in his first ever Paralympics. It's a sport that he took up age 6. It is one that, in his own words, he loves, and he's loved since he was young. And that's probably what makes motivating himself to train 4 hours a day all the easier when it's in the heart, and when you love it. It doesn't feel like hard work, does it? And Muslim Al-Sudani is reaching the pinnacle of the sport by being at the Paralympics here in Paris. He's got just over 30 seconds with which to start his lift. 2 minutes from when his name is called by the announcer. And he's got 178 above him and about to be released in his hands. Spins off in confident fashion and almost gets a little disorientated in his joy. Well, that's very nicely done, isn't it? Not many issues there for the young Iraqi, who clearly has a process, took his time, wrapped the wrists, and it all worked out well for him. With 3 white lights coming on, all referees agreeing that was a good lift.
Baseball red. Baseball red.
Pablo Ramirez Barrientos of Cuba makes his way to the stage here in Paris, round one. 2 more lifts to go in the men's up to 54 kilogram category. Silver medalist from Santiago, the Pan American Games of a year ago, lifting 161. Well, we're up to 184 here already. 27-year-old. From Guantanamo. Been lifting for nearly 10 years now. Known as Pablito Magura del Estrella, which is the steel crane. Well, can the crane lift 184 kilograms in round one? One more athlete to come.
Start. Rack.
Punch to the air, but it's a no lift. Press sequence from two of the referees. Well, Ramirez Barrientos appeared happy with that. Maybe it was a little bit of kidology on the bench. It was a punch in the air with his right hand, but it's a no lift from two of the three referees. So get backstage and take a look. It was the, again, press that was the issue. He will fight another day, and we're back in round two for 184 with one more athlete to lift in round one.
A bit of focus on our spotter loaders who are working very hard out there to not only load the bar but also adjust the rack height, which is something that is declared the day before when the weigh-ins are happening. You have your weigh-in the day before competition to make sure that you're within the limits. There also is a facility as well to be randomly spot weighed on the day of competition, so you don't want to overindulge watching a movie the night before, because you might tip yourself over. But this is someone to be excited for. This is the reigning Paralympic champion. It's David Degtyarev, I beg your pardon, from Kazakhstan, 28 years old. He's world champion as well, backing it up in Dubai in 2023 from his gold in Tbilisi.
Start. Rack.
185, his first attempted weight. Kazakhstani flags flying in the front rows here. And they get a little bit more wind in them to flutter, because three white lights say that is all right for the reigning Olympic champion, who points to the sky. And with that first lift, he opens up a 7-kilo difference between him and Muslim Al-Sudani. Down sequence good, stop sequence fine, and the press also fits for a top spot here at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. And just like that, we've gone through all the opening lifts, and we're heading back to the opener. Remember, 3 lifts for each competitor, and it is the best lift that counts. And right now, it is the favorites. It is the Kazakhstani David Degtyarev, leading with 185 kilos.
Gian Mammadov will start at round 2, still with 158 on the board. We had Nguyen An holding his arm at the end of his lift in round 1, and looks like he will retire from the competition, which, as one of those who were in with a chance of a medal, again, opens up the competition even more for those who would have been aiming for 4th, 5th, 6th finishes. Now that bronze medal is tantalisingly within reach. That's all to come in round 3, but Mammadov just wants to get a first lift in here. 158, a foul, no lift in round 1.
Start. Right.
Warm applause from the crowd, they like it. And a good lift, 3 out of 3. The referees, they all like it. And Jay Mammadov just corrects the errors of round 1. And will look to progress now with his 3rd round lift later. Mostly down onto the chest and both arms extending at exactly the same time. That's what we want to see. That's what the referees want to see, and thankfully that's what they saw. Perfect lift, and his competition is now well underway.
Attempt number 2 for Egypt's Taha Abdelmajid. "37-year-old at his 3rd Paralympics. His best performance coming in London in 2012 when he claimed bronze with a lift of 165. Attempt number 2 is coming in at 167, having successfully negotiated 165. He's got his father and coach alongside him, Saeed Abd El Hafiz.
Start.
A roar of appreciation from everyone in the Abdelmajid camp. It's 2 white lights, just the one referee taking issue with the press sequence of that lift, but it looks really good. And 167 has been cleared. And all on his own as well. The athletes do have the option of having their coaches lift the bar to assist them off the rack, but doing it solo. There's the stop, there's the press. The instruction coming to rack, and the celebration following suit.
Dimitrios Bakokristas striding purposefully, as he did in round 1, to the bench. 166 was no problem. It was one of the smoother and problem-free lifts of round 1. 169 here for the 41-year-old. Double Paralympic bronze medalist. And he's right in the middle of a battle for another. Straps being applied. Currently in 6th place, but with Genian again being out of the competition. Will need a good lift, one would suggest, if he's going to challenge for a medal. Michael Christoph, 169 in round 2.
Start. Rack.
And a good lift. One referee giving the press as a no lift, but 2 out of 3 gets the job done. And 2 from 2 for Michael Christos. And who knows, maybe a 3rd bronze is on the cards. As the noise once again starts to go up another 2, 3, maybe 4 levels in the Chappelle Arena.
Paris 2024, and the arrival of the French favourite Axel Bourlin. He had a bit of a sticky first lift. Attempted 163. Got called by 2 referees for the press sequence. He went to video review, asked for a lift challenge, which was unsuccessful. So the silver medalist from Tokyo has his back to the wall here a little. But undeterred, he has added 6 kilos onto this bar. Wanted to take up swimming initially as his sport, but his upper back muscles not developed enough, he said, so started hitting the gym at Handy Sport Rouennais to try and supplement that swimming, and in going to the gym, suddenly realised that he had a taste for shifting big tin, and that may be his calling. He's here, home Paralympics, a silver medal in Tokyo, which just tells us his pedigree. And drama building before Axel Bourlin's 2nd attempt.
Start. Go.
3 red lights. And disappointment dawning upon Axel and this home support. Two unsuccessful lifts now for the French silver medalist from Tokyo. But his fans are trying to rally him. A lot of blue, white and red in the crowd for him to set his eyes upon. And they've submitted another lift challenge here. And again, it proves unsuccessful.
Weight being adjusted on the bar, and also rack height as well for Yang Yinglang, who will be next. 173 his lift in round 1, successful. 2 kilograms added on to that weight. So this will be 175 attempted. Currently sitting in 4th place, level with Shaniti of Jordan, and only 4 clear of the impressive looking Bako Christos of Greece. That's how close it is for a medal at the moment. More than likely a bronze, but Yang Ying Lang, if lifting 175, will put pressure on Shaniti. So the two-time world silver medalist is on the charge for another medal, but this time Paralympic medal in his first Paralympic Games. 34-year-old Sukwan composes himself plenty of time. He's going to hear the call of a minute. So 175 on the bar. Attempt number 2 to move into third place.
Start.
Looks towards the referees, gets a good lift as well. 3 white lights. Looks very impressive in real time. Again, very, very controlled. Huge roar beforehand. But of course, looking controlled doesn't mean necessarily that the lift will be called as a good lift. Rising from the chest. It's all about the lockout of the elbows. It can be slightly disjointed towards the top, and then you can lock out together, and that will be fine. Very impressive beforehand as well. Looked in complete control throughout all aspects of the lift. Before, during the lift. And there's more, I reckon, to come. Up into third place.
The young Jordanian Mohamed Al-Shanaiti is back to the bench, and he made a very bright start indeed to his Paralympic career. His first time lifting at these heights. Got stuck into the sport early, age 13, and within a decade, he is now at Paris 2024. He's channeling his inner Omar Karada, the gold medal winning Jordanian from the weight classification below.
Start.
And the spirit of Karada looks to be within one red light. That'll do nicely. A minor issue on the press from one of the refs, but 2 white lights mean that that 176 is bang on for Mohamed Al-Shanaiti. And he moves up to third position. Getting in the zone. Getting under the weight. And finding that last bit of energy. The key here being that extension, being in unison. Doesn't matter if there's a bit of a wobble or a stutter on the way up. The key thing is extending those elbows and locking them out at the same time. And he did just that, and the lift is good.
Muslim Al-Sudani strides purposefully towards the bench. It's very impressive. 22-year-old from Iraq who He's going to look to respond to the bit of pressure put on by the likes of El Shaniti and also Yang Yinglang. So 182 is on the bar. This will take Alsa Dani clear in second, and clear by 6 kilograms. At the moment, he is 2 kilograms clear with his first round lift of 178. It will put him within 3 kilograms of the leader, who still has a second round lift to come. But for now, a lift of 182 would go an awful long way to securing a medal. What colour? We'll find out later. 182. Muslim Al Sadani.
Start. Right.
No lift for Al Sadani. The press, the issue for all 3 of the referees. Well, the coach is hurriedly making his way around. I wonder whether they're going to make a jury appeal here. Coach Mohammed Gulum is pointing over towards the jury. The athlete is waiting as well, so at the moment one would suggest that there might well be an appeal here. For the moment, Al Sadani is waiting by the monitor.
Well, they've got 60 seconds with which to lodge a lift appeal. But in the midst of all that, here comes Pablo Ramirez Barrientos of Cuba, who failed in his first attempt of 184 kilos. Undeterred, he's thrown an extra kilo on the man from Guantanamo. 27 years old, never been to a Paralympics before, but he has claimed silver at the Pan American Games November last year in the wonderful city of Santiago, where the beautiful people of Chile hosted the Americas for their grand sporting bonanza. He's got his coach Barbaro Silva securing him to the bench. Quite a turn in sporting pursuits, having been playing chess before realizing he fancied shifting big weights. It's polite applause and it's big roars and embraces, and a marquee moment for Ramirez Barrientos. His first good lift at a Paralympic Games, and it's 185 kilos. It's level with that of the Kazakhstani David Dektiarev, who is going to follow. A blend of spirituality and revving the engine to get him into the lifting zone. And 2 white lights sufficient for Pablo Ramirez Barrientos.
Well, David Dektiarev has been watching backstage, and walks out with 186 in round 2. This competition, with that lift of Ramirez Barrientos, has, for the gold medal, been blown wide open, because even if TRF is successful here, it will be into the lead by just 1 kilogram. At the moment, it looks like a 3-way fight for bronze and a 2-way fight for gold. Can David remain at the top of the pile going into the final round? 186. And a good lift. 3 white lights. Bektiariev says, I'm going nowhere. 186. And leads going into the final round of lifts. 185, 186. He will obviously wait to see what else has been lifted. Whether it's successful or not, that might well be enough, but by the way this competition has gone, I would rule nothing out. Still might need to lift more to secure gold, but 2 from 2, and leads going into the final round of lifts in the men's up to 54 kilogram category, which appeared to be a very open looking competition before we started, and going into the final round, we only have 1 kilogram between gold and silver, and between bronze 4th and 5th we have 3 kilograms. Who is going to be in what position from the end of this round? Well, your guess is as good as mine at the moment. It's going to be very entertaining for the medals, and round 3 is about to get underway.
The bar is racked and we are ready to receive Ceyhun Mammadov, the 32-year-old from Azerbaijan. First Paralympics, and it has been a success so far. Unsuccessful in the first attempt, but he notched up a 158 for his second attempt, and now he's eyeing up 163, which won't have any bearing on his placing as far as those ahead of him go, but it will certainly solidify 8th position, with the only person left to challenge him being France's Axel Bourlon, yet to lodge a good lift. Is that one good? Unfortunately for Ceyhun Mammadov, it isn't. All 3 judges finding fault with the press stage, and also an orange light in there too, which is related to the stop sequence. But for a first Paralympics, that's not bad from Ceyhun Mammadov. 158. Successfully lifted on his second attempt, and that will be his best score. Now the bar does need to touch the chest. It's not meant to sink in too much. You need to have control over it. And then the time it's there plays a part. But it was the press in that instance that was the main issue. But still smiles and waves all round as the bar is racked higher for the French favourite.
Well, Axel Bourlon, it's not gone the way of the silver medal winner of Tokyo so far at his home Paralympic Games. He's had 2 no lifts so far. It's not at all how we'd like this competition to go. 163, 169, and he's going to try once again at 169. Huge roars at the Chappelle Arena to greet their hero. Tricolours everywhere, signs saying Alex. Axel. Steadies himself on the bench. Axel Bourlon, 169 kilograms, round 3. Guaranteed to be given a huge ovation by the crowd. But can he give the crowd what they want? And that is a good lift in his home Paralympic Games.
Start. Go!
It's a no lift, unfortunately, for Axel. And Axel Bourlon is understandably emotional as he gets off the bench, and the ovation is one of pride. It's a very heartwarming celebration, and also ovation by the crowd, which will go a long way to help with the disappointment of 3 no lifts for Axel. Waves to the crowd, but unfortunately, this Paralympics, it won't be Axel Bourlon with a medal. But he's walking off to the ovation of his home crowd. Disappointing when it comes to the lifts. The event will carry on. There will be new medalists here. And this crowd, I'm sure, will give them the same support. But for now, they're waving off their hero.
Disappointment for Axel Bourlon, however, for Dimitrios Bakokristos of Greece, it is still all to lift for. 6th position at the moment for Dimitrios, and he's gone well. 166, 169, 170 now on the horizon. It won't see him climb any higher up the standings, as Yang Jinglang of the People's Republic of China is ahead of him in 5th with a 175. But he can make the task that little bit taller for Taha Abdelmajid of Egypt, who is to follow him. He has looked really good, Dimitrios Bakokristos. It's not his first taste of Paralympic or Olympics either, having featured in 2 before and claimed bronze. He was also in the torch relay ahead of the Winter Games in Sochi in 2014. And he won't claim a medal here in Paris, but he could claim a huge 170 lift.
Right.
Which he does superbly, supremely. 3 good lifts. The third, 170 kilos. A wonderful performance from Dimitrios Bakokristos, who lifts the heaviest he's ever lifted in 3 Paralympic turns. Medals at the 2 before, in Rio and Tokyo. He may not leave with a piece of the Tour Eiffel round his neck, but he does leave with the biggest lift of all time in his personal career at the Paralympics. Just a little bit of a glimpse there of the work that these spotter loaders are getting through. Adjusting the rack height, which, as I mentioned, is predetermined and pre-submitted, so it's weights on and off, re-racking and spotting.
Taha Abdul-Majid has just seen Michael Christos lift that 170, so this is his response with 171 to then go back to 6th position. Outside of the medals in Tokyo in 4th, already has a Paralympic bronze. That was back in London, but you know, looking at a chance to go back again to 6th place. Perfect competition so far, 165, 167. A further 4 kilos added here. 171 is on the bar for the 37-year-old. Taha Abdul-Majid for 6th place.
Start.
Very smooth indeed, and the referees agree. Super celebration from Taha Abdul-Majid, back up to 6th place. A perfect 3 from 3 from the referees, and when it comes to his competition, 3 good lifts. Now on 171 kilograms, his best, and he goes back into 6th place. And that's where he will finish at these Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. .165, 167, and in round 3, 171, and 6th place.
There are some great little tussles unfolding in the various sections of the standings. We've just seen that one down for 7th and 6th position between Abdul-Majid and Vako Christos. But now we're leveling up. We're getting to the bronze realms here because we've got Jordan's Mohamed Al-Shneti, who's had a best lift of 176 that has him in 4th position at the moment. He's got Yang Jinglang to follow afterwards, who is 1 kilo below him and a position below him on 175. But Al-Shneti has in his sights Muslin Al-Sudani, who has a best lift so far of 178. This attempt of 179 would see him leapfrog the Iraqi and put him into the bronze medal berth.
Start.
Unfortunately, That one is not going to stick. You could see the disconnection in the symmetry on the press. One of the referees also took issue with the stop sequence. You don't have to be symmetrical all the way up, but when you do hit the apex, you must be in line on the lockout. So a bit of disappointment there on the last lift, but for a first Paralympics, one that he is a member of a Jordanian team alongside his hero, Omar Karada. I think it's a pretty memorable performance in Paris for Mohamed Al-Shnaiti, who, as it stands, is in 4th position, but he has the People's Republic of China's Yang Jinglang breathing down his neck on the bench, and up next looking to take that 4th and maybe even climb a little higher.
Yeah, good lift here for Yang Jinglang of 179. We'll see him leapfrog Al-Shnaiti and also Al-Sudani into 3rd place. Al-Sudani still with 1 lift to come. So this to go from 5th to 3rd. If unsuccessful, then the bronze medal at least will be Muslim Al-Sudani's. His previous lift looked calm and assured. Himself up a little bit more here for his final lift. 179 kilograms on the bar to go from 5th into 3rd.
Start.
Well, a roar of approval from the crowd. And the referees say yes as well. 2 out of 3 white lights. Just one with the body position, but it's a good lift. And now Yang Jinglang will move into 3rd place, 179. And all of a sudden, Muslim Al-Sudani is out of the medal places with 1 lift to go. And he'll be next onto the bench. Very controlled, just like his previous lift. Yang Jinglang just got a little while longer to get from chest to lock in those elbows, but that doesn't matter. Both at the same time. Just the body position for one of the referees, but that doesn't matter. He's currently in 3rd. Will he stay there?
Well, just to reiterate what all of these athletes are doing, this is the men's up to 54 kilo category. So none of these athletes weigh more than 54 kilos. And Yang Jinglang has just bench pressed 179, over 3 times his body weight. And Muslim Al-Sudani is going to look to do the same, but toss on a few more kilos while he's at it. 182 to blow past the man from the People's Republic of China. And this pressure, like the bar, is ratcheted up. This is a straight lift for a medal for Muslim Al-Sudani, who was successful with 178 in his first attempt. He had a no lift at 182 on his second. This time he must make it count to claim bronze.
Start. Right.
And it is no lift. It is no lift by virtue of 2 red lights and just 1 white, and his coach is off in a hurry to get his lift challenge in early this time. I think that they wanted to challenge previously, but maybe they didn't have the card that they needed to submit. So on this occasion, no time wasted. It will be a lift challenge. They need all 3 members of the jury to confer for the decision to be overturned. The stop sequence is good. It's the press. However, the jury concurs with the referees out on stage. The challenge is rejected. Muslim Al-Sudani fails in his bid to lift 182 kilos for the second time. He misses out on bronze and he takes 4th position.
Now from lifts for bronze, we turn to lifts for gold. 2 lifts remain in the men's up to 54 kilogram category. Here comes Pablo Ramirez Barrientos, currently in silver with 185 in round 2. This is for 187 kilograms, and this to go 1 clear of the leader, who will be next. So if successful, Pablo will be up into the gold medal position. If unsuccessful, he will remain and claim a silver medal. Silver has already been won. Can he jump to gold with 1 lift in this weight category remaining? It's an excellent lift in round 2. To lift 185. 27-year-old, guaranteed silver. Can the Cuban win gold? This to move into the gold medal position.
Start.
Ramirez Barrientos, it's a no lift. Press sequence by 2 of the 3 referees. He will remain with 185. He was guaranteed silver. And Pablo Ramirez Barrientos, all of a sudden, the frown turns into a smile. A silver medal in his first Paralympic Games, a brilliant performance. That 185 was a sensational lift in round 2. And the crowd warmly greeting the silver medal winner. And they'll see him again. And it will be when he's given a silver medal. 1 lift to go.
So close. So close, but a great journey and a great achievement to secure silver. David Detiarev is in first position. There are no more lifts to come. His 186 is a gold medal lift. But how about a lift of honor? His third and his final one. There'll be no power lift after this because he's not within 10 kilos of the world record, or the Paralympic record, which is some kilos away. But 3 out of 3 and an extra couple of kilos to go into the history books will do rather nicely for the man from Kazakhstan, the man who claimed gold in Tokyo, and he will do so again here in Paris.
Start.
I think that he and his coach are pretty happy with that one. And right they should be. It's unanimous. It is 3 white lights. It is undisputed that David Detiarev is the best. He is the gold medalist with a best lift of 188 kilos. It's gold for Kazakhstan. He didn't need that lift. He already had the gold in the bag, but it is always nice to put an exclamation mark after a champion's performance. Hoisted almost to the heights that he's achieved in the sport. Another golden performance at a Paralympics. This time it's in Paris. It was a great competition, wasn't it? One that had a lot of mini battles unfolding throughout the table, and we see the final shake-up there with Anne Nguyen unfortunately having to retire. Axel Borlon leaving disappointed at his home Paralympics, but great competitiveness all the way up from 8th to 1st. But the bronze going to China's Yang Jinglang with a huge lift to leapfrog Muslim Al-Sudani of Iraq at the last. And Pablo Ramirez Barrientos taking silver. David Detiarev of Kazakhstan, the worthiest of golds.
cérémonie de remise des médailles de la compétition para Powerlifting pour les hommes moins de 54 kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Powerlifting men's up to 54 kilo category.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Victory ceremony for the men's up to 54 kilogram category. A thrilling category where it all came down to the final round of lifts for all three medals.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Christophe Thivet, directeur de l'intégration Paris 2024 chez Atos.
Christophe Thivet
Integrator Officer, Paris 2024,
will be awarding the medals.
accompanied by
Madame Anne Descamps, directrice exécutive de la communication du comité d'organisation
Anne
des
Descamps
Jeux
will
Olympiques
be
et Paralympiques.
assisting Christophe,
Executive
Communications
Director
Director of the organising committee.
Paralympic Games of Paris 2024.
Médaille de bronze représentant la Chine.
Bronze medalist representing People's Republic of China, Yang Jinglang.
Yan Jinlang of the People's Republic of China, a bronze medal. Superb lift of 179 kilograms in the final round. Moved Yang Jinlang from fourth into third place. And a bronze medal. Ever-growing collection of medals at major championships, but this is a first at the Paralympic Games, and it's a bronze here in Paris.
Médaille d'argent représentant la sublime île de Cuba.
Silver medalist representing Cuba, Pablo Ramirez Barrientos.
Well, what a tremendous first Paralympic Games for Pablo Ramirez Barrientos of Cuba. No lift in the first round, but then 185 in round two. Give Barrientos a chance of a possible gold medal. Couldn't go further. So that second round lift of 185, more than good enough for silver. And what a way to make your Paralympic Games debut. Pablo Ramirez Barrientos, silver medal winner.
Votre médaillé d'or et champion paralympique représentant le Kazakhstan.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Kazakhstan, David Bintayev.
Paralympic champion for the second Games running. And David Bintayev of Kazakhstan is a two-time Paralympic champion, was made to fight as well. 188, a perfect 3 from 3. Three kilograms clear of Ramirez Barrientos. And David Bintayev is a two-time Paralympic champion for Kazakhstan.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever si vous le pouvez pour l'hymne national du Kazakhstan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Kazakhstan.
Messieurs vos médaillés paralympiques.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Two-time Paralympic champion now, David Degtyarev of Kazakhstan, holding off a challenge from Pablo Ramirez Barrientos, a silver medal winner, and Yang Yinlang with the bronze for the People's Republic of China. But it's David Degtyarev who's the gold medal winner once again in the men's up to 54 kilogram category in a superb competition here in Paris. What a session that had it all. World records, Paralympic records, new stars were born, and previous winners have remained on top. From the Porte de la Chapelle Arena here in Paris, at the powerlifting at the 2024 Paris Paralympic Games is goodbye.
That concludes today's session. Thank you for being part of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Before you go, have a quick look around, make sure you have all your belongings, and have a safe journey home.